I was working on a project where I had to measure the quantity for all the trade and packages. But when I was working on a substructure, there were a few line items. As you can see, I was working on a BOQ, which is on the right side, and on the left side, you can see the PlanSwift software where I have the drawings. So when I was measuring the quantity, there was a line item where I had to measure ground beam quantity, and I thought, why not to make a video, because there are so many young professionals around the world who like to learn. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to measure the quantity for ground beam. This is how ground beam look alike. I'm sure if you just search on a Google, you will find many videos about ground beam. And there are three things ground beam fall under concrete work trade, and there are different packages: in situ concrete, then reinforcement package, and then foam work. So basically, when we talk about concrete work, there are three things that we have to measure: concrete, foam work, and rebar, steel reinforcement. This picture is not very clear. If you look at here, so one is formwork. I hope you can follow my cursor. One is formwork. Second is this steel reinforcement, and third is concrete, which is already poured and it's in a solid shape right now. So I'll show you how you can measure the quantity for these three items. So I'll minimize this. On the screen right now, you can see the plans of where all my drawings are here. And on the right side, you can see the BOQ. There are several line items, there are many trade and packages, but I have highlighted only the ground beam concrete and ground beam steel and also the foam work. So we'll just talk about these three things. On my YouTube channel, I already have many videos, and even the topic related to PlanSwift. If you are interested to learn PlanSwift, there are already videos like PlanSwift training. If you're interested how to create the template, that one of the template I'm going to use in this video, it is already there. There are many videos about PlanSwift template and PlanSwift training and all that. But let's just focus on this. And by the way, if you're interested to learn quantity surveying, there are several courses. I recommend you should visit NobleQS website, where you will find many courses: quantity surveying for civil work, quantity surveying for mechanical, electrical, plumbing, PlanSwift masterclass, then AutoCAD Revit class, Primavera course, and there are several other courses. So I highly recommend you to visit this website. The good thing is most of the courses are already on discount. You can click here and speak with their admin team. They can support you further as well. But let's just focus on ground beam quantity, how you can measure the quantity. So here, first thing, I need to create an item. So I have the templates already. I'll right click on this on the right side. Here I have the few templates. I'll click here linear. I'll give a name ground beam. And before I start, let's just see the detail of a ground beam. So I have only one type of ground beam. If there are two, three, the detail should be here. So I'll create a new item, ground beam GB1, width 0.9, size 0.6. If you are wondering how you can create this template, it is already on my playlist. There is a video, PlanSwift template. If you click here, sorry, playlist, PlanSwift beam template. I've explained in this 5 minutes video how you can create a template. Imagine it was 4 years before. I have a video there. But in this video, I'm going to show you, if you have the template, how smoothly you can measure the quantity and how you can type it in a BOQ, how you can cover the requirement. So new item, name, color, you can choose a color, press OK. When the item is created, you can minimize this, and all you need to do is just highlight wherever the ground beams are. If the structure designers are good enough and they provide you all the titles just beside, you can see this is ground beam GB1, PC is pile cap, then C, it's a column. So you just need to find out where the ground beams are, and you just need to highlight there. So when you're working on a plan, so if the good thing, it's visually you can track, okay, this is where the ground beams are. Second, you don't need to manually multiply length with width and height. Just see here, you already have 2.7 cubic meter. Now let me finish this and I can show you the total quantity. Once you're done, you can right click and stop. Even there are more ground beams on the right side, but I think it is enough to give you the example. Main concept is you need to highlight and you can see the total quantity is 61 cubic meter. What you need to do is just type this BOQ is prepared based on element and trade and packages. So on the top you can see it is element, which is 19 substructure, and then trade and package. And wherever the line item is, I just need to type the quantity. It is cubic meter and I type the total quantity. If you like to see in a decimal points, I'm sure you're good at Excel sheet. You just need to um, type the quantity. The next thing is you need to know the concrete. If you have, reinforcement. If you have the reinforcement plan, bar bending schedule, so you can highlight the quantity. You can highlight based on the dia of steel. But if you don't have it, if the design is at the very early stage when you don't have detailed plan, you can still get the quantity based on the thumb rule. As you can see, I have a several thumb rule for the pile cap foundation, several thumb rule. And as per the thumb rule, it's 270 kg per cubic meter. It is not like you have to or you need to use the same thumb rule for all type of project. It is based on the project type, the location, soil condition, and several other factors. But based on this, I have the thumb rule. So what I'm going to do, whatever the total concrete quantity I have, I can just multiply with the formula. But this is in kg, 270 kg per cubic meter. I need the total output in tons. So what I'll do, I can simply 270, and there are 1000 kgs in per ton, and here I have the total quantity. It's 16.55 tons based on this formula. So I have the quantity for the concrete, I have the quantity for the steel. So if you look at this construction technology, some pictures on the Google, you can see, well, not the best example. If I have the quantity where they are pouring a concrete, anyways, I believe you can visualize it. So this is the concrete that they haven't poured yet, but the concrete quantity we already have. Reinforcement that is there, we already have that. The last thing will be formwork, the formwork that is required on the right and on the left side and all of these sides. If you look at here, we need a formwork. They already removed the formwork here, but we need a formwork quantity. So there are several approaches to measure the formwork. You can even get it from the PlanSwift directly as well. Some people prepare their internal calculation sheet. Even I have the internal calculation sheet, and but I'll just keep it simple for you just to explain you the concept, because this is just one line item. So all I need is length, the total length of the beam. So if I can go to the estimating tab, just ignore all the quantity that I have done it for this project. So you can see here ground beam quantity. This is cubic meter. I need linear, which is length. So I'll type here the length. Now I'll bring it on the screen. Some relevant example. So I have the length. The next thing that I want is this length will be on both sides, right and left. So I will multiply with 2. And the next thing, if you see, it's in square meter. So I have the length, but it will be square meter. So I need to know the depth of it, how big it is, the height of this. So if you remember, we measure the quantity for through the PlanSwift. And if you look at here, where was that? Here. So width is 900, but the deep depth is, it is 600 deep. So I can just multiply 0.6. So now I have the length, two sides, right and left, and then how deep it will be 0.6. Once you do that, you have the total square meter for the ground beam. Of course, there is a different practice for the pile cap, there's a different practice for the slab. It varies, it depends. And also these are the ground beams, so we don't need soffit. But imagine if these beams are on the first or second floor, we may need to measure, or we need, actually not may, we need to measure the quantity for the soffit as well. But in this video I just wanted to show you how you can measure the quantity for the ground beam, concrete reinforcement, and also for the formwork. So I hope this video is beneficial for you. At the last, I'll recommend you, if you are interested to learn more about quantity surveying, you may need to consider uh, quantity surveying course through PlanSwift. There is civil, mechanical, electrical, and there are several courses that can help you to become a professional, and it can help you to learn, earn, and grow. That's it for this video. If you're interested and if you want me to cover another topic, just drop your comments, and I'll see if there is something else we can cover in future videos.